Amanda Nunes, kind enough to join us on the program. Amanda, how are you? Amanda, are you there? Yes.
Yes, I am.
Hello, this is Ariel.
You
How are
hear
you?
me?
I can hear you.
Good. Awesome. How are you? I'm good.
I'm doing great. Long time no speak. It's easier to get the President of the United States on this program than you.
I've been very busy.
I know.
But now is the time, you know?
Okay. Well, thank you for doing this. I know it's a busy week. Could I ask you, Amanda, considering the fact that you have a win over Germaine and it was a fairly one-sided quick win, when you were told that she was your next challenger, what did you think? Were you interested in this fight initially?
Definitely. You know, she beat the last contender, Aspen Ladd. I feel like she was the next she deserved. When I got the call, I take it. I wanted this fight at 145 to defend my belt, but she don't want to. And it was couple days back and forth, and I decided to do it.
Oh, interesting.
135.
I didn't know that. Why did she not want? Of course, that's a question for her, but do you know why she didn't want it to be at 145?
No, I don't know. Maybe she has her points, but I really don't know.
Why was it important for you for this fight to be at 145?
Honestly, because I want to defend my belt. I want 45 as well. And I want to keep doing things nobody see before, you know? I want to be the first one to defend the two belts.
Are you worried that there's not a lot of competition there at 145 and she was maybe the closest one because she was a former champion there, so this would be your best chance to defend against her?
Honestly, Ariel, you know, MMA is like, this sport is crazy, you know. We never can say like, oh, she don't have a chance. We have to be ready. Everybody step in the cage, they want that belt, you know. They go in that to get that belt from you. And I really know after this fight, I will be able to defend my 145 and I'm going to be ready. No matter what, who UFC put in front of me, I'm going to take it, you know, because this is my job. I'm here for that. I'm here for defend that belt. And I want to keep doing it. This is my job.
So to be clear, the next one after this one, you want it to be for the 145 title?
Yep.
And this is the first time I talked to you in a bit, and I'm wondering, what were you thinking when the whole drama with Chris Cyborg happened? She beats Felicia Spencer, and it seems like maybe we're en route to a rematch, and then she ends up not getting re-signed and goes to Bellator. What did you think of that? Were you disappointed that she didn't get re-signed by the UFC?
So I supposed to fight, have the rematch against Chris right after my fight against Cyborg or against Holly Holmes. Then called me, and then he asked me, you'll be able to do this? You'll be able to fight right after. 3 weeks after my fight against Holly, I say, I'm 100%, I'm going to be ready for. I wanted that rematch for sure. And literally, when I went to the internet, the next day, she was like released by UFC. I don't understand. So let me explain it better.
Okay.
She asked me to fight Spencer, and she didn't take the rematch against me right after. She preferred fight Spencer because I think it was her last fight in the contract.
Yes.
And she wanna renegotiate after, you know, to fight me. I think that was the she think about it, you know. I think she wanna maybe a little more money, and she thinking maybe they's gonna sign me after, you know, something like that. But I don't know what was the reason, but I'm guessing.
Okay, so considering your first fight against her, your only fight against her was just 51 seconds long, did you even care? Like, was this a big deal to you to fight her again, or did you feel like you proved your point?
Honestly, I proved my point in that fight.
Yeah.
You know, I know. Me and my coach, everybody around me, we all knew I'm gonna beat her that night. We all knew. I was so ready for that fight, and it happened. I proved a point, but I feel like all the fans asking for rematch. You know, I think that would be huge for women's MMA, maybe would be like promote more, the rematch. We would have more like eyes on it, and that would be cool. Would be good for us, for both of us, not only for me. I think about both of us when I decide to do it again.
Amanda, are you comfortable when people say that you're the greatest female fighter of all time? Is that something that you're okay with?
Yeah, actually, like, this is the moment that I waited for my whole career, my whole life. I worked for that, I worked for putting my name in the top of the mountain. I feel amazing.
Do you agree with that? Do you believe that you are the greatest of all time?
I am.
Do you think it's unfair? Do you think it's unfair to distinguish between male and female? Should you just be considered one of the best fighters, period, of all time?
I ask you that. What do you think?
You're asking me? I want to know what you think.
Yes. Approve.
If I was just watching your Strikeforce debut. I don't know if you remember this, against Julia Budd. And this was around 10 years ago. And you came in, that was your American debut. You were 5-1, I think. You came in there and you beat her in like 14 seconds. And the broadcasters were saying, oh, this could be the one to beat Cris Cyborg. But after that, you went 3-3 in your next 6 fights. It was a bit of a tough go after that fight. If I would have told that Amanda Nunes, who came into Strikeforce and went through Julia Budd, if I would have told her that you'd have ended up the decade as maybe the greatest of all time, that things would have turned out the way they turned out for you this decade, would you have believed me?
Honestly, when I started doing this, I know there's a matter of time. Every fight have the time to evolve. I just need the time to evolve, putting my things together. I feel like, and it's not only in a fighter life, but in the real life, you have up and downs, you have to go through, you have to really find your way to put your things together. And in that moment in Strikeforce, I was very young too, just step in this country. That was one of my dreams, was coming to this country. And that huge win against Julia Budd was amazing for me. Was kind of like, man, I think I've been doing the right thing, And after that fight, yeah, a lot of people in the promoter even talked to my manager at the time. Like, I think she's gonna be the next one, fight Cyborg. You guys be ready. But at the same time, I saw the rumor UFC is gonna buy Strikeforce. My maybe not happen because that, but we was talking about maybe fight Cyborg, maybe. And I kind of like, at that age, kind of like, all right. But I knew the life would put everything together for me, I have to go through a couple losses. That is normal for a fighter. That is not good. I don't like losing, but sometimes you have to learn things, to put your feet on the ground and to find your way back. Some fighters have to lose it to really get the strength they needed, and I was one of that, And I have to lose a couple times to really like putting my shit together, and now I'm here.
One of the interesting things about this fight week is that there's 2 American top team fighters competing for the belt, and usually that's very exciting. But in this particular case, Colby Covington is the other one, and there's so much drama surrounding him. How do you feel about sharing the bill, so to speak, with Colby? Are you guys okay behind the scenes, or he said things about you, and I know a lot of the fighters at ATT don't like him right now or upset with him. How do you feel about him?
I don't have nothing to do with the other situation. I pretty much walk in the gym, do my things, and that's it. I feel like everybody know what they want for their life. I'm not having nothing to do with that situation.
Okay, fair enough. And finally, your win over Germaine 6 years ago now. a little over 6 years, was a quick one. 3 minutes, 56 seconds in the first round, fight for the troops. I remember it well. Do you feel like you have to beat her in a quicker amount of time? Like if you beat her in the third round, people will be like, it wasn't as impressive because, it's a tough situation when you beat someone in the first round. Now you have to fight them again all these years later. Do you feel like you have to do something even better this time around?
Honestly, I'm ready. I'm ready to five rounds. Honest. Every time that I go to 5 rounds, I get better and better. And that is my goal, go as far as possible in the fight. But if she make a mistake, if I be able to put in my hands first, I will get this done. Or if she do any mistake, she kick me, she come close to me, I'm going to take her down. I will submit her. It's just a matter of time in the fight to finish it. But if I not be able to get the distance, if I not be able to get the moment, I will take this fight to 5 rounds. That is, finish fast is not the many things. The many things this fight be smart and capitalize. It's always a pleasure to watch you fight, Amanda. I wish you the best on Saturday night. And don't be a stranger, okay? Mi casa, su casa. You can come here anytime. I'm not strange. I just need space sometimes. I know. I think everybody needs space. Of course. I understand. And congratulations on all your success. And say hello to Nina for us as well. Thanks. She say hello as well. Okay. We'll see you in Las Vegas. There she is, the reigning defending UFC women's featherweight and bantamweight champion, Amanda Nunes. She defends the bantamweight title this Saturday in a rematch against Germaine de Randamie. That's going to be a lot of fun, especially, I think, in the striking department. Hello, everyone. It's Ariel Helwani. I just came here to thank you for watching our ESPN YouTube channel. It's the best. You know what else is the best? The ESPN app. You can get highlights, analysis, all that stuff and more. And if you want premium content and live streaming sports, there's only one place for all of that. It's ESPN Plus.